the latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Before we go into the fire today, I want to say thank you. Your support is the fuel that keeps the channel going. And we are growing because we refuse to let other people tell our story. Enough is enough. Today we are talking about a shift in the Sahel. The news is out and it is glorious. The Malian Armed Forces, Fama, have conducted a massive sweep, neutralizing over 130 T groups in a series of high-precision operations. But this isn't about the numbers. It's about the power. For over a decade, we are told we are too weak by France, by America, that the Africans cannot do anything without them. And we bought into the narrative, waiting for these people all the time. They came with their backing, their tabuka, and their MINUSMA. Polemi, they were here to help us. But look at the history. While they were here, the hydra of T groups only grew more heads. They occupied our lands, controlled our skies, and yet the unaliving continued. Now look at the difference. We have taken power into our own hands. We kicked out the foreign entities that were doing nothing but watching us bleed. And today, the narrative is different. And all in all, the savior, the protector, the unifier, the Malian lion is hunting without their help. We are seeing more progress in months than we saw in 10 years of Western intervention. Two brothers, the African soldier and the African citizen, are finally standing side by side, and the enemy has nowhere to hide. The data analysis of the operation that took place by the Fama, the Sahelian sovereignty, the scale of this latest victory is unprecedented. Here is the breakdown of how our forces dismantle their threat. 1. The strategic sweep. The numbers neutralized. Over 130 T groups eliminated in the last coordinated skies across the central and the northern sectors.
From the government following the terrorist attacks carried out this morning against the Fama.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Communique number 2026-001 from the transitional government. The transitional government of Mali informs the national and international public that on the morning of Saturday, April 25th, 2026, armed terrorist groups carried out complex and coordinated attacks targeting certain cities in the country, including the garrison towns of Kati, Sévaré, Gao, Kidal, and Bamako. These terrorist attacks unfortunately resulted in 16 injuries, including civilians and military personnel, who are being cared for by medical facilities, and limited material damage. Thanks to the promptness, professionalism, and determination of the Malian armed and security forces, these offensives were contained, several terrorists neutralized, and the sinister plans of the armed terrorist groups were thwarted. At present, the situation is completely under control in all the affected localities. His Excellency, General of the Army Assimi Goïta, President of the Transition, Head of State, Laja Shirente Siele, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, the Transitional Government, and the entire Malian people commend the promptness of the commitment of the armed and security forces, as well as their exemplary patriotism and unwavering determination to defend the nation and protect the populations. The Transitional Government calls on the Malian population to remain vigilant and calm in the face of the desperate attempts by armed terrorist groups and their sponsors. He urges them to report any suspicious movement and to refer exclusively to the government's official channels for reliable information. The transitional government condemns these cowardly terrorist acts with the utmost vigor and assures the population that the ultimate sacrifice made by the worthy sons of the nation will not be in vain. All measures are underway to track down and bring to justice the perpetrators, accomplices, and sponsors of these heinous acts. The government reaffirms its confidence in the Malian armed and security forces, who remain fully committed to their mission of defending territorial integrity and restoring peace, security, and tranquility throughout the national territory. May God bless Mali and protect the Malians. Bamako, April 25th, 2026.
Especially targeting the Mopti and Sego corridors. Equipment seized. Fama forces recovered dozens of motorbicycles, the primary mobility of these groups, heavy machine guns, and sophisticated communication equipment. How did these people get all these things? Logistic disruption. The army intercepted a major supply convoy, cutting off the oxygen of the T groups operating in the Timbuktu region. Tactical independence, unlike the wait-and-see approach of previous Western admissions. Fama is now utilizing air-ground integration, using high-tech surveillance drones and precision airstrikes to flush out hideouts before ground troops move in. Like before, that we used to move without knowing. Now we have improved how we deal with the T group. The AES Confederation intelligence is now shared instantly between Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, used to exploit as safe zones have become threats. Why the West is nervous? Why isn't this all over the mainstream media news? Because it destroyed their narrative. The dependency lie. They wanted Africa to believe we are a vassal state that cannot breathe without Washington or Paris. Fama's success proves that Africans' problems have African solutions, and not the way we sit in our Addis Ababa to be talking. Existential threat. Irony. While leaders like Macron are busy pointing fingers at the US, our leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are busy putting things together. While Europe is busy talking about how they need to unite and reclaim their power, the people in Africa, in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have taken that power back. And we are fighting instead of talking. We are fighting to defend ourselves instead of now talking and pointing fingers at people. We are ready to face the problem as it comes, not to be sitting here pointing fingers like the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are teaching the ones in the democratic elected, instead of them embracing and finding solutions to the problems of Africa. They are busy pointing fingers at who hasn't done what and who has done what. And for how long will we continue to be like Macron when Europe needs to act? The same people who are into Africa claiming they are here to help us are busy talking and pointing fingers, while the African in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are taking the power and doing the bid, protecting ourselves, defending ourselves, and showing the world how capable we are. While the same people who are busy telling the world they are the reason to which we are existing are now busy pointing fingers at other people. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Mali.